are then used to update everyone's models. Learning to connect. As a network grows, it might become too heavy to talk to every peer all the time. So they use a method called conditional computation, where a peer learns which other peers are most relevant for a given task, like a smart directory, and only connects you to the people who can help the most. Standardization of data. For smooth cooperation, all peers agree on a
You have
common
to, in
way.
a business like this, just keep making things better, keep improving the system, because other parts of it are going to wear out after a while. People will catch on to this or they'll catch on to that. So you just have to, like in any business, you just have to make things better and better and better because that's what everyone else is trying to do.
Yo, so I like this idea. If this is big enough to actually be a trade, okay, I'm thinking pie in the sky. I'm thinking next Bitcoin, not my words, but Maddie's, and that's fine. I like the bias. That's what I'm leaning into right now. Okay, but what I like about this is you can get exposure to crypto based off of US assets, meaning I can use a debit card linked to my bank to pay for the VPS or the GPUs, and now I'm turning cash, cash or credit into crypto. I always like those types of arbs because credit is so easy to get here in America. It's so easy to get. And that's why I will never fade America. I will never give up my passport. I will never move to Dubai. I'll never leave this great country because we have such a privilege in our banking system, dude. To be able to like hit zero, you could be so down bad and still make it in America because you can go get a credit card for $5,000. And if you know how to code, dude, you can turn that 5,000 into anything. That's what I love. That's what I love about America, bro. Our credit system. It's also very dangerous if you're not a builder. Because if you're just a girl that's uses their credit card to buy a bunch of shit and you get a bunch of debt, that's not too good. But if you're a builder, dude, if you're an entrepreneur, you can turn credit into anything. I don't know about you, but that's how I won. That's how I won when I was 18. I don't know why they gave me when I went to college. The college I went to, I went and got I went to the local bank, dude, in the middle of the country, too. In the middle of the country, dude. Not even on the west, not even on the east. No way. Hmm. They gave me 15 G's on a limit at 18. I'm like, what? I've never seen this. I've never seen this much cake before. I can run it up, and then I just built. I hired people, of course, so I had to go into debt in my first business, dog. But I just kept building and it worked. But I wouldn't have been able to do that if I was like growing up in Pakistan or some shit. So I'm so grateful for just being born here. That I hate when I see Americans get all like, oh, blah blah blah, America's not great, yada yada. It is great, and people would die to live here, dude. So I'll never give that up. Knowledge extraction, distillation. Why distillation? Sometimes you want a smaller, faster model that can work on its own offline without needing to constantly chat with the whole network. How it works. A smaller student model learns to mimic the behavior of the entire network by watching how the network responds. This process is called distillation, and it helps you take the collective intelligence and pack it down into a simpler form. Overall goal, BitTensor is essentially creating a self-organizing, self-rewarding ecosystem of AIs. It monetizes AI contributions. Individual researchers or developers, that's us, can earn tokens for their models, encourages diversity. It rewards not just the best model on one narrow task, but any model that adds useful, unique knowledge, prevents manipulation. Through consensus and nonlinear reward structures, it makes it hard for dishonest groups to game the system. Supports scalability, by standardizing inputs and outputs and using conditional computation, it can grow to include many different types of data and models. Collusion, in simple terms. Imagine two groups. Group one, Group A is honest, and Group B is trying to cheat by boosting each other's scores. How rewards work. Group A has more than half of the total trust and stake. They'll get rewarded much more than Group B. over time, Group B's share of the reward shrinks unless they start including more honest peers. In summary, BitTensor proposes a new way to create, share, and reward AI. It lets AIs judge each other and earn rewards based on how much they help the overall system. By using clever methods to prevent cheating and by encouraging models to invest in one another, it builds a decentralized intelligence marketplace. This way, many different kinds of AI can thrive together, and everyone from big companies to individual developers can develop from contributing to a common, ever improving pool of machine intelligence. I hope this clears things up. Once you read the full paper, these key ideas will make a lot more sense. Do you have any sense of how much BitTensor you can earn per month or per day or per year? I want to make sure this is a big enough opportunity to actually attack. Also, do you think this is a directional trade? Meaning, are we mining Bitcoin at $2, hoping it's going to 100,000? And or do you think this is a profitable endeavor to just arbitrage right now, meaning mine and then sell the BitTensor? Or do you think it's directional? I'm just trying to get a grasp on how big this opportunity may be, because I don't want to push resources towards it if it's not fairly large. All right, let's see here. And every subnet has a purpose, like there's one for price prediction. So theoretically, we could create an algo trading focused subnet. Interesting, dude. It's Stony Sunday. It's Sunday Fun Day. Time to learn about BitTensor, bro. Sounds as excited as Christmas morning. I love Sundays, dude. It's hard to pin down exact numbers right now because the rewards you earn depend on a lot of factors like how much computing power and stake you contribute, how many other peers you're competing with, and how the network's overall growth and trust dynamics evolve. Right now, the white paper doesn't provide a you'll earn X tokens per day, month, year figure. That said, here are a few points to consider. Dynamic rewards. Your earnings come from how much your node or AI model contributes to the network. If your node is trusted by a large portion of the network, meaning it's really useful, you'll earn more. But if you're in a crowded part of the network, the rewards might be spread thinner. Directional versus arbitrage. Directional trade. Many see this as a long-term bet on the network's success, similar to how early Bitcoin miners held on to their coins, hoping they'd appreciate massively. If you believe the network grows and the token becomes more valuable over time, then you're in for a directional play. Arbitrage opportunity. On the other hand, if you're looking at a short-term term strategy, mine tokens and sell them immediately for a profit, that's more like arbitrage. At this stage, there's less clarity on short-term price dynamics, and it might be riskier to try and capture an immediate profit. Risk and uncertainty, just like with emerging crypto projects, the real yield, both in terms of tokens and their market value, will only become clear once the network is fully operational and a larger number of peers are participating. Early estimates are highly speculative. Bottom line, if you're considering putting resources into BitTensor, think of it more like a long-term directional investment, betting on the network's future value rather than a guaranteed steady arbitrage play. If you believe in the potential of a decentralized AI market and the network's growth, then it could be a big opportunity. But if you need a predictable near-term return, the uncertainties might be too high at this point. Always remember that these kinds of projects carry risk, so it's more important to do further research and consider your own risk tolerance. Okay, so this is a directional play. This is a directional play, so I really need to be tau pilled in order to contribute. Because, dude, there's two things you can do here, right? If you truly believe that this is the next Bitcoin, just fucking buy it. You know? That's easy. Also, if you think it's the next Bitcoin, you better fucking mine it. That's easy for us, at least. It's probably not going to be easy. I don't want to say it's going to be easy, but we're developers, we're data dogs, and we got the sauce, bro. We got the sauce, bro. So I don't know. I'm not fully tau pilled yet, so I'm still doing research here, and this is obviously a very competitive thing to mine because if it's free money is very competitive. Let's read the BitTensor, a peer-to-peer intelligence market. This is the white paper. Louis says, do it for research. Yes, dude. We're going to learn something, that's for sure. Maddie says, decentralized minds. Check the documentary for the Tau pill. BitTensor documentary. This one right here?
He had a great quote that said, rest at the end, not in the middle. And that's something I always live by. You know, I'm not going to rest. I'm going to keep on pushing now. There are a lot of answers that I don't have, even questions that I don't have. But I'm just going to keep going. I'm just going to keep going, and I'll figure these things out as you go, right? And you just continue to build that way. So I try to live by that all the time.
Rest at the end.
Rest at the end.
2.5 months, 1 million, 3.5 years. Netflix, days to 1 million. Instagram, days to 1 million. ChatGPT, okay, tease me more, come on. Days to 1 million. OpenAI, Microsoft, Google, and AWS dominate 84% of the generative AI market. 90% of global media is owned by 6 companies. 90% of US telecom is owned by 3 companies. 90% of global credit card transactions are handled by Visa and MasterCard outside China. Centralization by big tech invades privacy, amplifies biases, and concentrates power. Super nerdy so far.
That humanity believes is our pinnacle element.
I'm not about to watch that right now. I'm about to read this. As with other commodities, markets could help us efficiently produce machine intelligence. We propose a market where intelligence is priced by other intelligence systems peer-to-peer across the network. Peers rank each other by training neural networks which learn the